The mob. Oh, the mob, the mob, the mob, the mob, the mob, the mob. He sleeps. Let's talk about some stonks. Oh man, that hurt my knee right there. Wow. Music's kind of loud. Turn it down a little bit. Hope everyone's doing good. What do you think about the buzz? It's just buzz. No one's leading. No, buzz is just an ETF. I don't really like any of the stocks in the ETF. It's like a. Imagine if there's like a Robinhood meets Twitter hype stock ETF. Mob jab. Oh. If our nation did not open up to over AMC, I'm afraid. Hope everyone's doing good today, man. Got some good stuff coming. Do some style. I don't know how active I'll be tomorrow at my son. I mean, maybe I'll do a midday stream. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. After hours looking brutal across the board. I mean, take a look at Nasdaq just getting wrecked. Kind of getting a bounce out though. You know, double bottom down there at like 12.3. I mentioned today though, 12.3 was that kind of like area we were looking at for Nasdaq. So potentially tomorrow we see a breakthrough like below it, but like honestly, like could hold day at 12.3 like 5, 12.315. It's a strong support down there. It's a strong support. So I suspect indexes to probably open up and then bleed throughout the day. We'll see. I wanted those IWM puts bad. Those are the ones I wanted bad at the end of the day. You guys are going to notice too here in the channel a lot with the stuff going on right now. I'm going to be giving, you know, more of my everyday trades now. Also cover some AMC and stuff. It's on sale. It's time to cover losses. I think Game and Rocket are better bets. I don't like Rocket. I do not like Rocket. It had a good day. Yeah, it's been getting wrecked. Volume's still high, I think. Got cut in half. Basically got cut in half 2 days in a row. Tomorrow probably sees a bad day. So, I mean, I wouldn't be playing these hypes at all. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's the way to play it. I mean, like, if we're playing anything, I like AMC just for like AMC in the long term still does not look bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to me, it doesn't. Like, I mean, if I'm playing it, why do you want to play something that's already pumped up? You know what I mean? Like, why? Like, there's just more upside with AMC compared to the others. Overall, I mean, if you're a pattern person, clear cup and handle. The action isn't that bad. Bottoming out, same spot, double bottoming. And if it breaks below, this is kind of my local. I think local bottom is pretty good right there. I mean, AMC compared to those two, I think AMC's better. It's my opinion, though. Doing research. Rocket as well. AMC was a pump and dump. I mean, was it? I mean, I'm just saying, like, was it really? Like, this isn't really a pump. You know what I mean? It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, came down 1, came back up. You know, it's trending overall. It's not really the pump. This was more of a pump and dump, right? This was a steady trend. Volume still there. Shorts are very high on AMC. However, it's holding this range. OBV, so buyers are still there as well. People are holding the stock. There's still a lot of buy power. It's not that bad. You know, in theory, it's not. Don't fall with any stock. So that's just my opinion, though. You know, people asking about Bitcoin, Mara stocks. I think Bitcoin's gonna follow the indexes. Indexes look down, Bitcoin's gonna follow. So high chance tomorrow Bitcoin comes down to like 40K, 45. Sorry. Dude, my son passed out. That boy passed out quick. Any idea on Buzz? I don't really play with the ETFs. AMC to the man. So overall, like I think AMC's slower. I mean, definitely. I'm gonna make a video like going over what I was wrong about here. stuff like that. I will cover it. I'll probably make it tomorrow, maybe. I'm gonna try to cover it tomorrow. So yeah, what do you honestly think about SOS? I think it's trash. I think it's garbage. And it's people are like, Tyler, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. For being honest, we went over it in the stream day. So I got a clear shot down. We're flagging back up. On the after hours, we're under $6. We're like at $6 flat, right? What is it at? I'd be surprised if it wasn't in the fives yet. $6 flat, yeah. So we're down here at $6 flat, and people are like, "Oh, you're down. You would have lost money if you had puts on it." Well, in theory, I made the video right here, so there's no way that I could have entered puts. Let's say I entered puts immediately at market open, right? Market opened above this red line. This is where the market opened at the red line, actually, right? So the best I could have got in at, or the worst position, would have been 605. But I mentioned in the video, SOS was going to move up, and it was going to follow Bitcoin to start the week. Highly anticipated. E-Hang did the same thing. It looks like it's doing like a big ABC correction. A, this would be your B. It's flagging up, breaking underneath the flag, getting resistance. Back above 7.5, and it's obviously back down at $6 flat right now. I think it's gonna look really beat up tomorrow. If the indexes look bad, SOS will dump, possibly get under $3. And then I'll make an update video just for all the haters. What is the floor on Apple? The floor is basically when indexes stop bleeding. Yeah, I mean, that's the floor on these major FANG players. That's what's going on. It's all these FANG players, you know. You gotta, if their indexes come down, they're gonna come down. Double bottoming though right now. So doesn't look great, doesn't look terrible. Someone on the Discord talked about SKQ. What do you think about some calls? Nasdaq is bleeding. I played IWM puts personally, just because it's moving really good and volatile. So the way I played it today is I got some entries at like, I want to say 12.12, the low 12.12s, and I shorted all the way down to about 210, give or take flat, 210 flat. Got out there. I wanted to play it again before market close. I just had a few wins today. I called it a day. It was a good day. Curious how oil moves tomorrow. Potential entries tomorrow if the market continues to bleed. So I'm looking for huge support at 600. What are you talking about? Tesla probably dips under 550. So guys, before you say like what's up with a certain stock, what you need to do, and I say this every live, you know what I mean? It's not me being a douche or like a jerk. But what we got to do is, if you're charting or you're looking at stocks, this is like the #1 priority is the SPY, the Nasdaq, and then I have the Nike. It's a really good example. This is the Japanese market. But this will pretty much say how it's going in Asia right now, right? So it's opening up pretty decent. So if all these markets are down, right? You can even have the Dow. The Dow too. Where's the Dow? Right here. So we have the US30. This is the Dow. SPY. And the Nasdaq. If all these indexes are down, right? All these indexes, these basically make up the top stocks in the United States and basically globally, right? The best stocks in the world. If they are all down, there is no reason why. There's a low possibility that whatever stock you're going to ask me is going to be up. The only ones that are really up are going to be like the hype stocks, and a very few other ones that are just outperforming the market, like oil. So if you have a question regarding like why is UAVS down right now, just ask yourself, is that company strong enough, or do they have such good catalysts right now to move without every other stock in the market? You know what I mean? So when we have a retracement, that's what goes on. Yeah, so it's a whole stock market. So, but the best way to know if the stock market's down is you just come over here and you check out the Nasdaq, the SPY, you know, US30, it's just Dow. That's the best way to do it, you know. So, what is SKT? It's Tanger Outlets. So it's an outlet mall. They're big in Texas, and they were heavily shorted. So if you want to ever see which stocks are like heavily shorted and they have the least days to cover, these are them. So GameStop is still pretty heavily shorted. Tanger was #2. Academy Sports Outdoors, it could actually make a move. A lot of these are Texas-based companies. How does Academy look? Academy can make a little run. Oh wow, I mean it's done pretty great for itself. This IPO'd, no way. This IPO'd in 2020. I did not know that. Wow, yeah. I mean, this could run, to be honest. Just because it's so highly shorted, it can get Wall Street bets on it. Like, all these have already run. GameStop's ran, Tanger's ran, Rockets ran. Academy very well could run. You know what I mean? Tri-Terrace is a big one, too. And basically what they do is, like a foreign exchange broker for really big companies. So they only have, like, let's say they have, like, 30 customers. They probably trade, like, millions and millions of dollars each. So they're huge. Like a specialty broker. Tri-Terrace is actually a big one. This one could make a run very soon. And it's really cheap. I know Dead Inside talks about them a lot, though. There's a Tanger in my hometown, Illinois. Yeah. But they have a lot in Texas. So reopening in Texas could push them up. They have a lot in Texas. %90 of AIMS. I did not know that. Cool. Yeah, I would stay away from cruises. I don't like cruises. Not a fan. How our index is looking brutal. Pretty terrible. They're going to beat up. I suspect we maybe move up middle of the night. Probably get up to like 12.5, and then I think we come back down. But this 12.31 range is a big support. So it wouldn't surprise me if we just kind of like trend up or move sideways. What have you got? Yo, buddy, I know you like oil in Texas. Here's a company that has tanks in Point NGL and Kinder Morgan. It's in tickers, if you don't mind. Okay, so me personally, when I'm trading oil and stuff, I'm just going with bigger names that I like. So like, there's some big ones I like. Fang, Diamondback Energy. This is the one we traded, and if you were in the live, you saw we got in at $71. Target was 80, which we did hit, but we did get out like at 77, like right here, and it dumped. So it looked nice, and then we went back up. But on that dump, we ended up buying into Exxon because they had some insider buying, and so we actually bought into Exxon at 56, and then we exited today around 59 flat, like right here. So we had great exits there. So we actually probably made a little bit more than we would have just held it holding Fang. So yeah. So that was really, really nice. And the reason why I traded oil, it was primarily based on fundamentals, also based on earnings reports from ZOM and Shell. So before Texas reopened, Shell announced that their inventory was going to be back to pre-COVID levels, which was pretty big. That was a big news. And then they announced, like the day later, Greg Abbott announced that Texas was reopening fully, which is really big for West Texas oil. Everyone's going back to work. That was big. I've talked about AMC yet. I've talked about it, but I expect to go back to it a lot in the stream. So AMC. Let's talk about it. I need to make an update video on it bad. I'm just busy. So bottoming here. Tested this zone quite a bit. Holding this zone. Looks really strong. Doesn't look that bad. After hours, we're sitting about right here. Like 7.769. It's not the worst news. GameStop's holding up very fine. Holding really good. Looking at it, it doesn't look terrible. One, it looks like head and shoulders. I hate to say that, but you know it does. Head, shoulders. I'm not a pattern trader, but just looking at it, it looks very pattern-esque, I guess you want to say that. Long-term time frame, zooming out. It's a clear cup and handle. Again, not a pattern trader. Just a lot of these patterns are lining up pretty perfectly. People are saying it's a pump and dump. I don't think it's a pump and dump. Pump and dumps do not go up, then steadily go down. They consolidate, then come down. This is not how pump and dumps move. If you've ever traded in your life, this is not how they move. It's moving pretty good. It's stagnating, not terrible. I could see it dropping to $7 flat. That'll be big. If we drop below that, I mean, obviously, I expect us to come back to this 550 range. But if we hold this, I like us to hold this 7.5. But besides that, that's what I'm expecting. Do I see AMC skyrocketing tomorrow? Honestly, I can't give you an opinion if I see us moving fast or slow. It's just the sideways isn't bad. And then when you go to iBorrow Desk, you can see the rates are just continuously 10.3%, insane. The utilization rate from Orbitix is at like 1.5% left, which is huge. So naked shorts could start to occur. Things are getting pretty crazy for it. I think AMC has lots of room to run though. It could get crazy. But again, yeah, head, shoulder, and toes. I'm not a pattern trader. I'm just saying this is what I see. This is possibilities. But the movement isn't bad to me, honestly. It's really not. Like the sideways movement should be like comforting, because let's say that if it was a pump it up, it would already dumped. You know what I mean? The amount of people holding the stock is insane. So I'm interested to see what happens. I think things could get very, very crazy in the coming week or two. AMC needs volume. There's a lot of people holding it. I mean, we'll see. But yeah, just want to tell them the rumor about options can be bad. I bought 5 Neo call options, March 26, $50 strike. Cost me. I mean, options are very dangerous if you're, no matter what, they're dangerous. But especially if you're uneducated on them and you're not like using risk management. You know what I mean? They can hurt you bad. So like, I always recommend going to watch In the Money. He does a great job at explaining how to use them. But yeah, they can be very dangerous. They can be 100%. This is the support I'm watching. It's like 7.7 all the way down to like 7.5. It's really strong. But yeah, so that's what I'm looking at. Going into tomorrow, I'm watching indexes, see how they move. We're getting some support, bouncing, holding. Looks okay. I'm not dying to trade tomorrow, but I think we could see a somewhat upside of a day, to be honest. It could be interesting. If we start to flip downward after like 12.5 though, pushing back down, I'd probably look for some shorts. But I don't like holding any like type of puts or anything over the weekend. Things can just get different. What's going on, Becca Titty? Yep, Eric, you're right. It's like 98.5. So yeah. And for the people in the chat, so SOS, been talking about this one a lot. So looking at SOS, just so you know where it is right now in the after hours, it's right here. Okay, lots of room to go down. High possibility this thing drops below $5. High possibility. We talked about the flagged upwards. Now it's breaking below the flag, making that next wave down. I can see this dropping down to $2.90, $3. And you can bet the last dollar in your wallet, I'm gonna make a video when this thing drops to $3, because I remember all the roasting, all the hate I got when I said this company was a fraud and that I was gonna be having puts on them. 10.6%. Is it up higher? 10.3. I see 2.3. Maybe Fintel changed. I don't know. So yeah, I think SOS is trash. I think all these Bitcoin stocks are gonna hurt though, Mara included. Those are gonna hurt too. We'll see. I have 6 shares and I'm down at $7. Would you recommend to sell? Do whatever you want. I can't give you recommendations on what to do. More personal question: how do you manage your time? I prioritize what's important. Is fun important? Is hanging out with my friends important? Or is my future important? You know what I mean? But when I have my son, I typically don't do anything. But yeah. I think, in my opinion, of course, as much as I love your videos, man, I think the end of next week and the beginning of the following will go boom, boom, boom. I think so. It could. It very well could. Wait, what do you mean, Patrick? You're talking about SOS? Don't sell, dude. You got your 6 shares. Tuesday or Thursday for SOS put. I played this wave down. I got in at 790 and I got out at 7 flat. And then I haven't played it since. I was pretty conservative. I was looking for just 970 entries. We never got to that range. We like almost got there though. Sketchy. Kids are important. My seed. I bought some shares today actually. On stream. So yeah. I'm holding mine. I don't care. They grow up to buy AMZ shares. Sell when you're at the moon. Sell when you're at Mars. So yeah. Going at, what else are we looking at tomorrow? I think tech is really beat up. There's nothing I really like. I hate cruise lines. I think they're so overpriced. Like grossly. I didn't trade them. I should have shorted them today. I have puts. I say short, I mean puts usually. I would never actually buy shorts. Not a fan of SOS. I hate it. It's like a trash company. Scam me. Retails are interesting right now. I'm scared to touch. They had good earnings though. A lot of them did. Thoughts on Neo? Will it recover? Long term, I think it will. For me, my portfolio, I think it will. Definitely, I saw SOS. I stopped watching YouTube pumping SOS. Yeah, it's trash. Did you get options or shares in AMC? I bought some shares. How long do you think it will take for a rocket to come back down? It's already coming back. What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you talking about? So this is like what a pump and dump looks like, just so you know. See how it pumps and then it dumps? AMC didn't do that, right? AMC gradually went up over 4 days, came down, came back up, trended, came down, trending. You know what I mean? It's totally different chart. Looks like there'll be another bloodbath day tomorrow. I don't know. Indexes are... I could see indexes having a flat or upward day tomorrow. But if I had to put my money on it, I would think indexes are bearish tomorrow. CPH, will they recover from their current drop? I like CPSH a lot. Like them a lot. Yeah, so what is going on with AMC after hours? Everything just taking a dip. I mean, we've seen this multiple times. After hours kind of don't matter at this point. You know, pre-market's what's more important, you know? Send all dirt cheap, now boys. What is it at? I wanted to get some at $1. $1.16. I wanted a better dip. I mean, it's a pretty good dip, you know? I think it'll be $1. What are your thoughts on Buzz? It's an ETF. I'm not really like excited about it. It's just like, it's like if Twitter stocks and Robinhood had a baby, it'd be Buzz. That's all it is. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not an ETF guy either. Also, I think we're not in the same bull market that we were. Yep, the 98% utilization. I think Trey made a video on that today too. I don't know. I didn't get to watch anything. Anyway, you probably just missed your question, bro. Put in caps or something. He doesn't ignore. I just answered your question on Buzz. Yeah, why does everyone think I'm? If you watch the stream, like an 8 and I've seen you in here, you know I don't ignore anyone. Like, you know, I mean, y'all know I don't ignore anyone. Unless I don't see it. So, CCIVs, man, it came down low. At 21 looked good. I don't know where I'm looking at now. It can probably come back down. But under 20, I think I have to buy in heavy. Tell me to buy more AMC. Made hella Tesla on Tesla puts. BFT would stop falling. I love BFT, man. What's up, Billy Burns? I'm a huge BFT fan. Oh, man. I mean, this is one in, like, a year. I think we're just going to be looking back on. When it's pay safe officially, we're just going to be like, man. You know? It's going to be crazy. We're not going to know what to do. Wolf is jumping, save bond market. Sucks trading right now. They're going to have to increase interest rates, which is going to suck. And what Powell said today was really important. So if you don't know, what Powell said was essentially you should expect inflation to occur in the market while we're reopening. So like as Texas reopens, you should expect some inflation here in Texas, right? You're already seeing that, like with gas prices and other stuff occurring. It's already happening here in Texas, right? Even though we've kind of been open, but he's saying to expect inflation. So that hurt the economy because you hear inflation, automatically the economy takes a dump, right? Now, if they helped with interest rates and did inflation, that would really crush the economy. That would like crush. So, you know, be careful. What is my favorite semiconductor company? Man, I need to look more into them. I like Corsair at the price it's at. But it's like so beat up, you know? I like it a lot. But right now it's just such a bad time to be like bullish on stocks. You know what I mean? So like that's why most of the trades I'm taking are puts. I'm just riding the trend of the market. You know what I mean? I'm riding the trend, and if I'm betting on calls, I'm playing the safest market there is, which is oil right now. You know what I mean? So how's Lemon? Good to have him tonight. Yeah, it's good to have him. I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. Thinking. So I got a question in your prediction. I really think the hedges are buying call options in the money to gather shares to cover their shorts because I think they naked shorted this to the moon. Possibly, Possibly. Possibly. I mean, it's impossible to know. And I'm not one of the guys that's kind of conspiracy theories. What's going on, AJ? You guys know that's not me. I'm not the conspiracy theory guy. I like to just trade based on pure facts. You know, I think you can really hurt yourself because the more you start to say something, typically you'll start to believe that like as fact. And I think it's important to know that a lot of this stuff isn't factual. You know what I mean? That's not to bad talking. I'm just saying like it's not factual. You know, we don't really know. And I've kind of been saying that since $5 that we don't know the short interest. We don't know how manipulated this is. We don't know a lot. And it's wrong that we don't know. It's wrong how the rules are set up, but that's just the way it's set up, you know? So that does suck, and I understand that, but I can't trade or focus on things based not on facts. You know what I mean? So that's that. But like, and that's kind of why I'm not focused on. I mean, I'm trading AMC. Don't get me wrong. I have my call option still. I bought some stock at like 810. Sorry, yeah, 810. So I bought stock. I got them at a decent price. Like, you know, I'm not like tripping or anything, but like, I'm not getting so caught up on, you know, that. But some of these people are saying like we're going to $600 or anything. You know what I mean? Because if I really started to believe that we're going to $600, I'd probably start dumping a lot more of my money into this stock. You know what I mean? Because if I really believed it, and that's another thing too, you should kind of question these people that are talking about it. I mean, like, I know Trey keeps buying stock, like, you know what I mean? Like, when someone's putting their money where their mouth is, that's a big thing. You know what I mean? Because like it kind of shows they're not just doing something for hype or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, and that's important. Like, and it's not financial advice, and like you should never blame someone for like you losing money. Like, it's your choice totally. We're basically just like news articles. Like, we're just like people that recite the news, basically, right? And just give you our opinions based on what news we read. Like, so you should never blame anyone for that. But unfortunately, in this space, there's a lot of people that lie and they manipulate things to get more views. And I don't really think I've been guilty of that personally. And that's kind of something I take pride on. Because as you can see, I'm dumping money into options, and I probably lost like $1,000 maybe total on options on AMC. So like, I don't feel like bad there, but like that's why today I focused a lot on like oil the past 2 days, and then some IWM puts and stuff like that. Like, I had to make my money back. I did well today. I did really well today. So no complaints or anything, but like, you should. It says a lot if someone's putting their money where their mouth is. That's what I'm saying. Wednesday night, I sent a tweet out to Vanguard saying something weird would happen if AMC dropped 10% at the opening. Guess what happened this morning? Did you know you can add sections to TradingView? Just right click, ticker name, and you see an option. What do you mean? Oh, interesting. Huh. That's funny. Cool. That's a new thing. I don't really know what I would use that for, but it's cool. I kind of have this whole list memorized, and it's in like a specific order. I never thought about that, but why would hedge funds just buy loads of calls and let the price run up and cover and then click those calls? Couldn't they do this, Tyler? Let me support your OnlyFans. So this is like the thing, like, I'm not gonna pretend to know some of this stuff that I don't know. Like, logically speaking, that would make sense, right? That the call options could cover their positions, yada yada yada. That would make sense, logically speaking. And I can't answer why they're not doing certain things. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I only address things that I can answer. You know what I mean? Any news of the video on Trey? How they got reached out? I don't have his email. You know what I mean? Yeah, the interest fee is soaring. 10.3. I think someone says 10.6 now. I think that, what's the price at? 6.9. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, we'll see pre-market. Have you gone over Sundial? No, I mean, kinda. I like Sundial. I think it's decent. It's one of those plays that, like, I mean, there's a chance we go below $1. You know what I mean? I mean, financial wise, I don't love them. Like, profitability wise, that's what I mean. So, like, that's why I talk about high tide so much. Like, I don't think high tide will go, like, down a lot at all. Like, high tide's so good. Financial. One sec. Alright guys, I'm gonna hop off. I might come back in like 10-15 minutes. He woke up. He wants me to lay down with him. So I'm gonna lay down with him for a sec. I'll be back in like maybe like 10-15 minutes. If he passes out. If not,